snow is falling, the fire's burning low. A smell of fresh baked bread beneath the candles glow. But listen close, my family, for a spirit is near. The Yule walks the shadows in the darkest time of year. He's not made of straw, not yet, though the tale will change and bend. He's an invisible watcher, a protective silent friend. Oh, the Yule goat is watching, check your feast and check your spirit in the freezing holy dark. Give your plenty to the neighbor, be generous and true. The Yule brings the bounty, if the bounty flows from you. He ensures the preparations, a blessing for the yield. Do not let the Yule beneath your generosity feel. If the house is kind and open, if the food is shared in full, the goat will leave a blessing at the turning of the Yule. But a stingy heart and tight fists can anger the great beast, and misfortune will visit when the winter winds increase. So leave a little something, a handful for the stray, to keep the magic bright until the light returns the day.
Now the folk put on their costumes, straw horns upon their head. The playful goat tradition starts where the true goat is fled. We knock upon the doors, now a mischievous parade, with songs of Yule Club caroling, a joyful winter masquerade.
Oh, the Yule goat is knocking, we're here for food and singing as the Yuletide strikes the clock. Give a drink and give a greeting, be generous and true. The Yule brings the bounty, if the bounty flows from you. He ensures the celebrations, a blessing for the year. Happy Yule. And good fortune is the message that you hear.
Mountains of ice where the dark trolls still dwell, lives Gryla the giant, ringing her dinner bell. She hunts misbehaving children across the winter snow, to boil in a stew where the cold river flows. So mind your manners, children, and listen to your mother, lest you end up a seasoning for Gryla and no other. But wait for the sons, the 13 Yola's been alright. They visit your windows for 13 nights of Yuletide. They aren't quite as wicked, but they watch your every step. Will you wake up to candy or a rotten potato slept? Check the shoes on the sill before the morning's call. The Yule lads are coming to judge us all.
The spoon licker sneaks in to wipe the wooden bowl clean. The door slammer arrives, causing ruckus quite mean. They're climbers of chimneys, they're stealers of meat. Each lad has a flaw and a trick that can't be beat. They come one by one, descending from the hills, leaving tiny surprises and giving out small thrills.
But wait for the sons, the 13 Yola's been alright. They visit your windows for 13 nights of Yuletide. They aren't quite as wicked, but they watch your every step. Will you wake up to candy or a rotten potato slept? Check the shoes on the sill before the morning's call. The Yule lads are coming to judge us all. Mind your sock,
Mind your spoon,
Gryla is watching.
the lads are near.
He lives in the shadows down by the pond door, a little grey fellow, a spirit of the floor. The tomty wears a red cap, his beard is long and white. He guards the old homestead through the dark and freezing night. He watches all the livestock, the children and the home, a kind-hearted guardian who never likes to roam. But remember the bargain: when the Yule moon is bright, leave a bowl of hot porridge to greet him in the night. With butter melted golden, a gift he must receive, or the Nisse will grow angry and you will surely grieve. Treat him well and good fortune will bless the coming year. Disrespect him and mischief will bring the bad luck near. His temper is fiery, though he is very small. If you forget the bowl, he'll punish one and all. He'll hide the useful hammer, he'll twist the plow and reel. He might even abandon the family he should heal. No payment for his labor, just a simple hearty dish to honor the old spirit and grant his single wish. So place the steaming porridge where he can watch and see, a generous pat of butter for humility. The crops will grow stronger, the cow will give her milk, protection for your family, soft as the finest silk. But remember the bargain: when the Yule moon is bright, leave a bowl of hot porridge to greet him in the night. With butter melted golden, a gift he must receive, or the Nisse will grow angry and you will surely grieve. Treat him well and good fortune will bless the coming year. Disrespect him and mischief will bring the bad luck near.
From the cold Welsh mountains, where the grey mist hangs low, hear the tapping at the door through the newly fallen snow. It's the Marilwood coming, the grey mare with her train, a shroud of white ribbon hiding skull and bone and mane. Her eye-holes are empty, but she dances in the dark, a creature of Yuletide leaving a haunting mark. Throw open your door and let the good luck in. Your ribbons are muddy, you look haggard and thin. We've traveled from the hills for a warm fire nail. Go back to the pasture, you old ghostly mare's tail. The punko has begun now, a battle waged in rhyme. The winner gets the welcome to bring good fortune to time. The verses grow clever, the words are sharp and quick. The homeowner tries hard to stop the haunting trick. If their wit is too slow and their stanzas start to fail, they must let in the grey mare, head and hooves and rail. For the spirit brings abundance, fertility and cheer, a blessing on the farmhouse for the turning of the year.
Open your door and let the good luck in. Your ribbons are muddy, you look haggard and thin. We've traveled from the hills for a warm fire nail. Go back to the pasture, you old ghostly mare's tail. The punko has begun now, a battle waged in rhyme. The winner gets the welcome to bring good fortune to time.
Hooray, the mayor has won. Bring out the beer and cake. Let the blessings and the laughter cheer the night away.
No skellin, gay off, hoppers. Throw open your door and let the good luck in. Your ribbon
ribbons are muddy, you look haggard and thin. We've traveled from the hills for a warm fire and ale. Go back to the pasture, you old ghostly mare's tail. Day upon call has begun now, a battle waged in rhyme. The winner gets the welcome to bring good fortune to time.
The deep winter darkness falls like a shroud on the pines. The fire in the hearth is the only comfort that shines. But a tremor runs through the roof and the rafter as a sound like 1,000 hoofbeats comes chasing soon after. It's the wind, but it's more, it's the shadow in the blast. A spectral legion moving, riding far too fast. Hark! The wild hunt is riding, led by Warden, king of the storm. Ghostly horns are screaming, keeping the night warm. Spirits and lost souls across the sky are swept through the 12 nights of Yule while the mortal world slept. Keep the shutters bolted, stay far from the door, or the hunt will take your spirit and you will ride evermore. And you will ride evermore. The hounds of the heavens are howling high above. They chase the desperate shadows, devoid of mortal love. To see this ghostly passing is an omen you can trust, a sign of great misfortune, a soul turning to dust. We place offerings outside, a meager silent plea for the riders to pass over and leave our home free. Hark! The wild hunt is riding, led by Warden, king of the storm. Ghostly horns are screaming, keeping the night warm. Spirits and lost souls across the sky are swept through the 12 nights of Yule while the mortal world slept. Keep the shutters bolted, stay far from the door, or the hunt will take your spirit and you will ride evermore. And you will ride evermore. Close your eyes, feel the wind, listen to the eerie call. A tempest of ancestors dancing before the fall. The thunder and the lightning are the sound of hooves they make. A terrible beauty that makes the strong man shake. The hunt is past, the sky is clear. Wait for the dawn, wait for the new year.
days passed by beneath the stars so bright. They asked the old woman if she'd join their holy flight. But Bifana was busy sweeping all her floors. I have too many duties and too many chores, she swore. She watched the figures vanish, regret turned in her mind. She grabbed her dusty broomstick, the true child she must find. Now she flies on the broomstick, a silhouette in the sky. La Befana is coming as the Epiphany draws nigh. She brings sweet candies for the children who are kind, and dark, bitter cold for the naughty ones she finds. She sweeps down the chimney, she leaves the gift and flies. The Italian witch of Yule with the wonder in her eyes. She searches every window from the south to the north for the baby she missed, for the child of holy worth. She leaves a token present just in case the home is right, and sweeps away the ashes to make the future bright. Her face is smudged with soot, her shawl is old and worn, but the magic of her journey makes new hope reborn. Now she flies on the broomstick, a silhouette in the sky. La Befana is coming as the Epiphany draws nigh. She brings sweet candies for the children who are kind, and dark, bitter cold for the naughty ones she finds. She sweeps down the chimney, she leaves the gift and flies. The Italian witch of you with the wonder in her eyes. Fly, Befana, fly, until the next new year.
We bring the giant home, a heavy length of oak, washed with sacred cider, kissed by cleansing smoke. It's the Yule log, chosen for the fire of the year, to burn for 12 long nights and banish every fear. In its bark and its fiber, our ancestors still reside, watching over the chimney with wisdom as our guide. Let the fire burn low, let the warmth spread and stay. The Yule log is breathing the old year's dark away. It absorbs every sorrow, every struggle and all strife, and turns it into magic to fuel the coming life. Gather round the glowing heart for the blessing of the flame, and remember every burden whispered in its name. For 12 nights it smolders, a constant flickering friend, a silent guardian, until the Yule season ends. But the true power lingers when the morning sun returns, in the dust and the powder of the wood that brightly burns. The ashes are collected, kept safe in a jar, to ward off the lightning and guide us like a star. Sprinkle them in the cornfield for the promise of the grain, a charm for good health and to wash away the pain. A cycle starts anew now the misfortune is consumed by the spirits of the glowing log. Our future now is bloom. Let the fire burn low, let the warmth spread and stay. The Yule log is breathing the old year's dark away. It absorbs every sorrow, every struggle and all strife, and turns it into magic to fuel the coming life. Gather round the glowing hearth for the blessing of the flame, and remember every burden whispered in its name.
The deep snow holds the camp, the woodsmen curse their fate. Stuck miles from the village, it's getting far too late. It's New Year's Eve night, their families are calling, but the journey by snowshoe is hours long and appalling. The devil appears, grinning wide in the gloom. I'll give you swift passage, escaping winter's tomb. Paddles in the air, it's the Chascalerie, a streak in the heavens for all the world to see. The devil enchanted the birch bark canoe. We paddle the cold sky, flying over the blue. But watch your tongue, no holy name must fall, or the devil collects his toll, and we lose our souls to all. The bargain was simple, but the fear makes throats tight. You cannot graze a steeple in the dark of the night. The booze in the flask makes the rule hard to keep, as the ground rushes past while the frozen world's asleep. They see the little church spire, a danger sharp and slim. One touch breaks the contract, it sends them straight to him. Bang! Paddles in the air, it's the Chascalerie, a streak in the heavens for all the world to see. The devil enchanted the birch bark canoe. We paddle the cold sky, flying over the blue. But watch your tongue, no holy name must fall, or the devil collects his toll, and we lose our souls to all. They fight the great temptation, the impulse to let go, writing a devil's promise over the deep white snow. Hubris flies with them, a lesson hard and stern. The price of a swift Yule ride is a ticket never to return. Wait! Wait! Faster! Paddle! Keep it tight! We made it home, but only for tonight. Back to tight! Ho! Hey!
The Holly King rides, cloaked in deep winter green, Lord of the waning, where longest night has been, keeper of slumber in snow and ice he stands, guarding the earth through the barren frozen land. At Yule the wheel turns, the ancient war is fought, not of malice, but balanced by nature's wisdom taught. The dark king must fall for the young king to ascend. Hail to the old king, the darkness now must end. The old king rising, adorned with leaves and light, wrestling the holly on the longest, coldest night. He represents growth, the waxing of the day, chasing the shadow and pushing night away. At Yule
by nature's wisdom taught. The dark king must fall for the young king to ascend. Hail to the old king, the darkness now must end. In quiet, solemn truths, they know their destined fate. The cycle must continue, it is never too late. From midwinter's breath, the sun is born anew, a promise of summer in the deep winter dew.
The darkest hour falls on the frozen fjords of Iceland. The snow is silent, the hearth fire is low. But listen close, child, to the wind that whispers warnings. There's a shadow stalking where the pale moonlight glows. Did you finish your spinning? Did you mend your weary boots? Did you earn your reward before the Yule feast began? Oh, beware the hole of Cuttorin, the gigantic black cat, with fur like a blizzard and eyes like the moon. It creeps on the roof, it peers through the cracks, looking for the lazy who won't escape its doom. If your skin is not covered in the fabric of new threads, you will be devoured before the dark night is done. Your parents worked hard, they paid the farmers due, a reward for the labor beneath the winter sun. A gift of fresh wool, a jacket of rich blue, a sign that your duties were properly run. If you were idle, if you chose to rest instead, you have no protection from the monstrous beast ahead. Beware the Yule Cuttorin, the gigantic black cat, with fur like a blizzard and eyes like the moon. It creeps on the roof, it peers through the cracks, looking for the lazy who won't escape its doom. If your skin is not covered in the fabric of new threads, you will be devoured before the dark night is done. Go hide the shoes, check the wardrobe. Is everything new?
The longest night is here. The earth is holding breath, a darkness absolute, a cold so close to death. We watch the low horizon, fear inside our hearts. Did the great sun leave us? Did the light tear us apart? The flame in the window flickers, fighting back the chill, praying for the promise that the morning will fulfill. The wheel of the year is turning right at the deepest point, a moment of magic when the shadows anoint. Behold the golden fire, the sun is born again. Triumph over darkness, the healing starts right there. Raise up the Yule bonfires, let the sacred wood burn bright. We welcome back the light bringer from the longest winter night. The days will grow longer, the long sleep will cease. This is the moment of hope and of peace. Gather the community, let the solemn fast now end. Share tales of survival, stories on which we depend. For the smallest gleam of color on the rim of the world is seen, a quiet, subtle change that makes the winter clean. The promise held fast, what dies will rise again. A new life cycle beginning, pulling us out of the pain. Behold the golden fire, the sun is born again. Triumph over darkness, the healing starts right there. Raise up the Yule bonfires, let the sacred wood burn bright. We welcome back the light bringer from the longest winter night. The days will grow longer, the long sleep will cease. This is the moment of hope and of peace. From this turning point, we know the spring is near. We banish all the shadows, we conquer every fear. The sun is reborn, the light prevails forever. In a cold winter village where the stepmother ruled, lived sweet Golden Mary, often harshly schooled. She spun by the well until her fingers bled, then plunged in the dark when her spindle was fled. She tumbled down deep to a field bathed in light, ready to help and to do what was right. Past the oven of bread, past the apple-laden tree, she found for a hollow mother Hulda, the spirit of snow and decree. Shake out my feather bed until the down must fly. And Gold Mary worked hard making snow fall from the sky. She swept and she cleaned, never once did she rest, tending the home, putting kindness to the test. When it was time to leave, Frau Hall led the way through a gate of wonder at the break of the day. For her good deeds and service she was gifted bright and bold, a magnificent shower of pure shining gold. But the lazy sister followed, for the wealth she only earned, ignoring all the tasks a lesson never learned. She left the bread to burn, the apples on the limb, thinking the gold shower was waiting just for her whim. She stood before Hall, shook the bed with a sigh, no dedication in her heart, only greed in her eye. She reached for the exit, expecting gold shining bright, but received sticky pitch, a dark mark of her blood. The lazy sister returned home, sticky, black and stained. Justice was delivered and balance was maintained. Baldur, the shining sun, light of Asgard's hall, he dreamed of winter shadows and the coming of his fall. His mother, mighty Frigg, made every object swear. No sword, no stone, no living thing would ever touch his hair. But she looked upon the weak one, the small sprig in the wood, mistletoe, the young branch, which she misunderstood. The gods played their game, laughing in the golden light, throwing spears at Baldur From the pain of that betrayal, a sacred peace was spun. No malice should ever stand beneath the branch that Loki won. The legend holds the promise where the pearly berries gleam. Mistletoe, the weakness, fulfilled a hopeful dream. For peace and love and kissing is the vow.